Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Another episode of Trash Talk. I'm TJ O'Connor. With me, as always, Damian the Wolverine Hill. Trash Talk is joined tonight by Keefer Bender, #1 ranked amateur heavyweight in the state of Minnesota in the Trash Talk rankings, getting ready to defend that #1 ranking this weekend, March 7th, A-Town Throwdown 16 against #3 ranked Justin Steuart. Trash Talk is brought to you, as always, by our sponsors, Valhalla Combat Sports Incorporated, Ink Shrinks Tattoo, Origin Wellness CBD, Spartan Martial Arts, James Clark Sports Psychology and Hypnosis Therapy, The Fighters, and my mom. Kiefer, thanks for joining us, sir, especially on Fight Week. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Just cutting down the last few pounds of my weight cut, and just getting fight ready.
Oh, hell yeah. Tell us a little bit how this fight camp has been going, and I guess how long you knew about the fight, because I know you've had some trouble actually getting a fight.
Right. My boy Jeremy hooked me up with this fight. I can't thank that guy enough. I think pretty much all my fights have been through him. He's been super consistent for me. Whenever he's got an opponent for me, it's legit. You know what I mean? So shout out to Jeremy before I continue. Yeah, he told me about this fight, I think about 6 weeks ago. I was ready to go. I'm always looking for that cage time, just getting ready for that pro debut and that sort of thing. So, yep. And Steuart had actually been on my radar a little bit. I'd seen him on the rankings and stuff. There's only so many guys with that many fights and stuff. So I've been looking forward to this one. So when he brought that name to the table, I was like, yes, absolutely, for sure.
Oh yeah.
So really excited for this one. Fight camp's it's been going okay. It's been super busy. I won't lie, it probably hasn't been my best one, but that's irrelevant. We're feeling good. At this level, the skills will always get you the win there. And the cardio's feeling good, so I can't complain.
Yeah, I mean, Justin Steuart, your opponent, has been known to come out and show off some pretty impressive striking, and you've been one of the guys that's kind of been doing the same. How do you think you two match up stylistically, and how do you think that this fight ultimately plays out? Do you see yourselves exchanging in the center of the cage the whole time, or do you guys see yourself grappling a little bit too?
Yeah. I absolutely expect it to be a well-rounded contest, but I do know there will be some wild exchanges because we're both those center guys. We want to take that center, and we kind of want to dictate that pace a little bit. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I do expect some heavy fists to be exchanged for sure. He's a rugged dude, man. Like I said, I watched a couple of his fights, and this dude's down to scrap. There's no question there, But, I do see myself coming out victorious, you know what I mean? I do have some skills, and I'm still having trouble bringing that to the cage, and I'm just working on my focus in there. And, I do think I got some tricks for this guy, so you'll have to watch out.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I love it. The fans of the show know that Damian and I love all the fights, but I'm biased when it comes to the heavyweights. When the big boys get in there throwing, that's what I enjoy to watch. So when this fight was announced, I got a little excited, and as the clock ticked, I was just, praying to the fight gods. It stayed together. Now here we are. It's fight week. We talked about it. Damian mentioned it, and we talked about it a little bit off camera. Justin is a guy who has a lot of experience, a lot of fights, especially at an amateur level. You don't see that a lot. And when we had a chance to talk to him, I brought that up as well. And I kind of want to bring up the same question to you. How do you think that plays a factor in anything in this fight on Saturday night, just him having that experience? Or do you feel like that the experience you've had, the guys you fought, is equal, if not equivalent?
I'll give that to him. He's probably got the experience factor, What he's got, he's probably going to bring to the cage. You know what I mean? I think he's probably figured that out by now. And, and maybe that's part of the reason that he, wants to stay more at the amateur level because, this is kind of what he's got to offer, you know what I mean? So, I kind of expect to, again, show this guy a thing or two, you know, kind of maybe the difference between a guy who wants to go to the next level and maybe a journeyman, you know? So, you know, I do give him the experience factor, but yeah, I do, you know, I think I got more to bring to the table.
Yeah. One of the things that we talked about with him before too, it kind of cut out for me, so I didn't actually hear how you wrapped that last part up. But the thing is that you're a true heavyweight, and he's fought at 205 and heavyweight and kind of plays the in-between game. How do you think that factors into this fight?
All more power to him, man. You know, people think, you know, all that size and all this, that, oh, the big boys, you know, those 205ers can move around. So, you know, props to him for bumping around between weights. But, you know, he's getting in here with a real heavy, you know. I'm not, you know, some soft 240, you know what I mean? I may be soft, but, you know, I'm walking into the cage, you know, 270, 275, you know, and I'm athletic, you know what I mean? And that's another thing I'll give to him, too. I think I don't know what kind of background he has, but he seems decently athletic. Like he has good body control, you know. He's not too awkward in there, you know.
Yeah.
So, I'm
football
excited
player.
for this. What was that?
I said I'm pretty sure he was a football player. So, yeah, a little bit
Same
athletic.
here. How about that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I think you get that at the heavyweights, especially. A lot of football players transition over. Big guys used to bullying dudes around. Who have you been working with?
Surprise, man. You know, I wouldn't say any names, but man, you bring some of the football players into the gym, and you know, they get a little. You know what I mean? That's not their kind of toughness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. And Chael Sonnen had one of the best rants about it. Football, especially. I mean, obviously, you have to be a high-level athlete to play. But cardio, I mean, when it's a 10-second burst and then you stop and you wait a minute and then it's another 10-second burst compared to a fight, I mean, it's definitely not the same thing. But that's a different rant for a different day.
Yeah, it's different, you know. And that's not to say you can't get tired playing football, man. I remember, you know, I played D-line. You know what I mean? If that defense don't get off the field, I tell you what, man, by the time you're down in that red zone, you know, it's like you ain't got much to sprint, you know what I mean? So I, you know, do give them credit. You are sprinting and you are pushing and all that stuff. But, you know, when you got a, you know, big man laying on you for 2 minutes, man, they just, sometimes, you know, they're like, nah, yeah, they don't come back the second day sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's something we all found out on day one, that you have to get up and get up fast. And so just getting back.
Steuart, you know, he came back. You know, this motherfucker's got 15, 16 fights. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That experience will come into play. Going back into this fight a little bit, with him being, like you said, a bigger guy, football player, you know, stature, coming up from 205, who have you been working with specifically for this fight? Just trying to get a look as far as size-wise.
You know, I got my buddy Frank, you know, Zach Frank. I'm sure maybe you guys have heard of him or seen him fight a couple times. Yeah. You know, they're really not too far off in weight. You know, Stewart's a little beefier for sure. You know what I mean? But, you know, I got a couple, you know, a couple big guys I box with up in Red Lake too, you know. But, yeah, you know, my gym doesn't really got a lot of big guys. You know, so, you know, I'm sure you've seen kind of what my skill set in the cage too, why I have so many kind of skills at my disposal. You know, I work with a lot of well-rounded guys, you know, and they've been kind of giving me good looks on, you know, what to expect with Steuart too, so, you know, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I've been getting good training partners, you know.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I didn't know TJ was about to say something or not.
Go ahead.
TJ, no one cares what you got to say because it's my time now. So I did forget my
Kiefer's
question
time.
about TJ, but but I guess leading up to this fight, we spoke on it earlier that you were having trouble finding a fight actually for a little bit, and now you finally have one. After this fight, do you feel like it's going to be a little bit harder for you to get another fight again, or do you feel like there will be more options for you to play out immediately after this fight, I guess?
You know, I think part of it was, you know, maybe some of the organizations I was dealing with, you know, maybe not some of the most consistent matchmakers at times. Yeah. And so Finding the fight thing, it's been frustrating. I'm not going to hold it on some of my opponents, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't want to get into some of that shit talking. But it's been pretty whack. You know what I mean? I'm having to take, I took a Muay Thai fight back in December, just purely out of like, I need to have live competition, because before that, it was all the way back to May with Tommy Peterson, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's just like, at the end of the day, practice is just practice. You got to be in there. You got to be in there competing and seeing what you're made of, especially with some of the problems I've had with competition. A lot of focus issues, I haven't been able to stay focused on the task at hand inside of the cage and kind of get too worried about things not going perfectly my way. You know what I mean? And those are only things that are going to be corrected in the cage. You know what I mean? I can work on my composure all I want in the gym, but at the end of the day, I got to be in there, So, no, I don't think I'll have too much more trouble finding fights after this one, if I lose, people are like, man, it's Bender's lost, 3 times in a row, If I win, pick out this experienced guy and beat a guy maybe he was supposed to, So, yeah, I don't expect it to be any worse. It can't get any worse, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and obviously the overlying topic, the overlying topic is it's been out of your control for the reason why you haven't been active. But moving forward, regardless of the decision or how this fight goes, is the plan to stay active in 2020 and just get as many fights as possible under your belt?
Yeah. I don't want to specify too much on what exactly the plan is for 2020, but I do kind of expect it to be a big one for me. So obviously that will include some fights, at what level we'll have to see. I'll have to talk to my team and, and work some things out in the personal life or whatever, but yeah, I do kind of plan on making that next step here pretty soon, so that's why I'm so focused on getting this cage time in now, but the run will be coming soon. I just think it's all about timing, you know what I mean? And right now, we're kind of, I won't lie, we've lost a little bit of momentum with it, you know what I mean? I've just been super busy in my personal life, like we've talked about, I haven't been able to find these fights, and actually get in there and get fans and people interested, but I do expect to pick that momentum up very soon. I expect 2020 to be big for my career.
Oh, hell yeah. I expect big things from you too, and I expect this fight to be big itself. TJ mentioned his bias in the fight about it being at heavyweight and him digging the heavyweights, but who doesn't love a heavyweight fucking fight, especially this type of a matchup? I really do think Jeremy did a great job, and I'm glad that you were able to work with him again and he was able to find you a fight. I guess before we wrap it up tonight, who would you like to thank? Teammates, sponsors, friends, family, anybody that's been there. Don't thank TJ because I hate him. Please leave him. Nah.
I'll thank the both of y'all, because I do appreciate you guys getting me on. It helps my hype. It helps my portfolio. And, I'm just, it feels pretty cool to get interviewed about my fighting career. So shout out to you guys, man. Just shout out to Coach Fisher. Happy birthday, Coach. It's his birthday today.
Hey.
Yeah, Coach's birthday. That's the sense. And shout out to my main training partner, Frank. He's always going to war with me in the gym. Always willing to push it a little bit more just to help me out. So shout out to Frank. And, and everyone else back at the Revolution family, we're a badass gym. We got a lot of fights upcoming, watch out for us. I got a whole gym full of bad motherfuckers, man. It ain't just me. Revolution, we out here, man, for real. We out here. We got bad motherfuckers, man. We got Taekwondo motherfuckers, man. We got jiu-jitsu guys. We got boxers, man. And you got this big 280-pound ogre ass dude in the back putting in work. You know what I mean? So come check us out at Revolution, man. We can teach you how to fucking fight. Yeah.
Oh man. Hell yeah. Oh, sorry, Jay.
Yeah, I love it. Be sure to check out the gym and be sure to check out the fight this Saturday night, March 7th, Austin, Minnesota, Spam Town. This is Spam Town.
Steuart. I ain't even talking about the fight. Shout out to the gym, but motherfucking me, fucking Steuart. We're going to war. Come check it out. He's the most experienced motherfucker I'm gonna be fighting before the pros. So if y'all want to see Kiefer get in a badass war, come check it out, man. Because this dude's here to eat shots and keeps throwing them. So come check it out, man.
Oh yeah, that's promo right there. That's it. It's done. Like this video, subscribe to Trash Talk with Damien and TJ. Reach out to the fighters for tickets. Do not be a hoe.
Yeah.